Hey, what's going on, everybody? Terrence Nixon with the Top This Money team, and I just wanted to talk to y'all today, and keep this video at least nice and short as I can. But the subject that I wanted to touch up on is always remaining positive, and don't be a selfish individual that would that would want to shut a positive person down with what they want to do with life. I see on my timeline night and day, and I see on my timeline day and night, people that are really wanting to be something of themselves, whether they're only saying it at that moment and they're only meaning it for that moment and that's it, but it's said, you know what I'm saying? And I know that I get people that even inbox me all the time that, just about my opportunity with MCA. And, I get people that inbox me all the time like, well, I really want to do it, but, the people around me, my mom, my dad, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my wife, my husband, they're telling me that I shouldn't, or they're telling me that it's not going to work out for me, or they're telling me that bottom line, that not to do it. Here's my thing, and here's my opinion about that. If you have somebody, if you have somebody that's really close to you, that you really love, that you really would want to see nothing but the greatest things happen to that person because of what you guys have, for what you share, or just from what you know of this person. Maybe it's not somebody that you know as like a family member, but maybe like a close friend or whatnot. If you have a certain possession of care, of real care, real sincere thoughts for a person, then just think to yourself, how selfish can you really be to try to stop somebody that you love, that you care about, from wanting to, level up in their life? Because whether you're just a good friend, whether you're a husband, a wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, and this, the opposite individual is coming to you and sharing you this information, I mean, you have to think of how drastic your friendship or how your relationship can be if you only just stunt on a good, positive idea from somebody. I mean, think about it. This person could be sharing you this information right now just because they truly believe and have a plan to have you involved. See, my whole thing is like, if somebody's sharing you an information that, for the very first time, or something that they're thinking about doing, or something that they believe that could truly benefit them, and they're asking you for your opinion, that person cares for you. And one way or another, whether if you want to be judgmental and think that just because this could be like a financial idea, or just, getting into a bigger and better place idea, and you don't want to see that happen, or you would, I don't know what you may be thinking, but let's just say, the aftermath of it is if you're a person that's just thinking negative to the point where you want to try to stop somebody from doing that, then like I said, you have to really just question yourself. Like, do you really love that person? Do you really care for that person? Like, how much you really say? Because, having a mind of wanting to do more, of wanting to do something of success. And again, I'm not just talking about MCA. I'm just talking about doing anything of life that would make another individual feel great, that when given, or when shared that information from that person, you should be that person out of all people that they could be telling this valuable information to. You should be the person to really consider, wow, this person is actually trying to do something amazing with life. Just something new, something out of the normal, something that only people think about doing and maybe don't quite have the balls, or just have, the confidence enough to do it. I appreciate anybody that's, trying to do something bigger and better in life. And mind you, I'm not perfect. I was one of those people that, seeing, even people that's close to me do something with life, and for a second or for a minute, or whether it be for days or, months, I went on either, let's say, being envious, or didn't want that person to get all big and, like all big and up there while I'm just down here. It's called, well, let's just say that everybody does, have that, but there comes a state in life to where you really have to realize that loved ones that loved ones that really do love you, excuse me, loved ones that really do love you, with the biggest heart ever in the world, that you must do your damnness to do the same thing. Because like I said, anybody could be hearing this information right now. Besides like the person who, really cared for you, or the person that really cares for you still, there could be a lot of people on this world right now that that's being shared all this valuable information. Like I said, regardless of what it is, you're hearing this because this person believes in you. They believe in you to a point that they want your opinion. They want to see what you would do. They will want to see if you would do something like that person is doing. Like I said, whether it be your, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, whoever, friend, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, take in real consideration of what you're really downing here, because you could be downing. You may not down the person, depending on how strong-willed and how strong faith that person is about, what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? But take in real consideration on just what you're really being told, or what you're really being given to you from that person right now. Because again, this could be somebody that is so close to you that they just want you to be involved in the experience. They just want you to maybe, stop doing so aggressively what you're doing right now, and focus on the bigger and better things that I have for you right now. Just take in real consideration if you're somebody that has been selfish before, or is being selfish now, to really cloak in and to really figure out who you're really being selfish, with. Because if it's a loved one, then, if it's a loved one that you're being selfish with, then you only got to think to yourself. Wouldn't you do something special? Wouldn't you be sharing valuable information with people that are really close, or really, dearest to you? Would you hope, wouldn't you want that person to be there for you? It's like the golden rule of life. You know what I'm saying? Treat others the way that you want to be treated. So, how does it really feel for valuable information to be told to somebody, and then you're treating them like, that is nothing, that is worthless? You know what I'm saying? That's just my 2 cents on that. I just really have a big pet peeve with, people who are wanting to do, the biggest and the most darnest things with life. And all that they really do is just constantly get downed on themselves, and, put down by the people that are close to them, that love them. And, they just don't know why. Well, know that I've been there, and know that I've also been the one to, down somebody. But, nobody's perfect. You have to just focus on, for the ones that's been down, you have to just focus on what you really believe in life, and just keep going for it all. Because there's going to be many other roadblocks and many other obstacles that's going to come your way as well, that's going to try to stop you, that's going to try to, pin you down to the floor. But, you got to pick up all those scraps, and you just got to keep getting up and keep fighting, because, you're only going to have a small circle. Trust me, you're only going to really have a small circle of people, that are really going to be there and truly, be there for your all and everything that you got forth in your life. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the others that are, putting people down, and for the ones that's watching this video that can't even admit to themselves that they have put somebody down, do better with yourselves. Realize that, this world is big enough for many opportunities. And just because somebody decided to pick up on something that they're either good at, or something that they, either believe in, it's not your place to shut that person down. It's your place to be in, it's your place to be in support of that person. You know what I mean? And I'm only talking about for the close ones. There's things that I do on network marketing where I'm encountering different people all the time, so I'm offering people an opportunity to make money from home, which is, which could be different from somebody who is, just trying to, pursue something with like a singing career or something like that. And they just want to share with, close people in line. This goes for everything in life. Let's all focus on just being positive with everybody that's being shared valuable information. Because it may not be you. Face it, it may not be you that is, that may be the one talking to the person that's sharing you the information about it being valuable. But if it's valuable information, it's only right that it's only right that you obtain it, hear it, and just, let it manifest as just good information, and be there for that person. Be there for that person if you know them. And if you really, and if you really don't know that person, but if it's just valuable information, don't think of just immediately just stunting on it or just making that person feel, completely like shit. Because, you wouldn't want to feel like shit. You want to feel like shit if you really had something to share with somebody because it really meant something to you. You know what I'm saying? So, again, this video went longer than what I expected, but, I love sharing information, period. And I love just being an inspiration to the world, or just anybody that, needs to be, or, that needs to hear something like this, somebody that's, not afraid to say it, and that's only just going to keep it, and is only just going to keep it real, and, put it out there for everybody to hear. And like I said, share, or like I'm always going to say, share this video to anybody that that could be inspired. You know what I'm saying? It's not about getting ahead with anybody, it's not about getting ahead of anybody. It's just about doing you, focusing on what you want in life, and for what you will be rewarded from God and from all your hard works and efforts. Life will be great. Just stay positive and keep stay positive and keep staying in the zone. All right. And shout outs to everybody on the Top This Money team. Shout out to everybody on Change Down Profit Big. And shout out to everybody that's just doing something with their lives and trying to make it in any way, shape, or form, keeping it on grind time mode all the time. So that's it for me. Hashtag, do you hear me now? Later.